Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, good morning or afternoon, whenever you're watching this. It's Mike from Mike's Diabetes World. Today we're going to take a look at what my actual blood sugar is. It's actually 7. I actually dropped 0.2 since I tried to do this video one time. Pretty good blood sugars throughout the night, which is important. Now, time and range. It was a better day, wasn't spectacular. It was 67% time and range. We wanted at 70. So, got a little bit more work to do today. What I'd like to discuss today is Leave Me Alone, I believe is what we're calling this video. What does this mean, leave me alone? What it means, still have my mark from my CPAP, that's what that is when people are low, it's a common phrase, leave me alone, or I am fine. Just get away from me. It's your body's reaction to having to do something. And when you're low blood sugar, you're not interested in doing b-ball. So, if people are noticing that you're really sort of fighting them back, and trust me, it can really get very abrupt. I know, especially when I come out of a severe low and I come and wake up, I've punched paramedics, and it's not like they've done anything really wrong. It's just my body's saying, you're making me want to do stuff I don't want to do it. And it's just your body's reaction of your sugars going from a low point to a high point. It's just, leave me alone. And you're just very weak, and you're getting so much sensory information. Now, I'm not the personality that would go around hitting people, but when I'm coming out of a low or an unconscious state, it's a whole different world. And during that time, 2 things can happen. One is you're kind of all of a sudden waking up and you're hazy and it's all. 2, I wake up and I know what's going on around me. That one, you can get back into your senses easier. You have to try your best in not fighting those who are there to help. but you don't know what's going on. I can remember one time, I guess I had a severe low, and I was moaning, and my neighbors called 911. And they couldn't get into the building. Well, the fire department got a ladder, and an RCMP officer went into my apartment. Luckily, my sliding glass door was open. I was up on a higher floor, so. And they allowed the paramedics in. It was kind of like, who are these people? I kind of recognize the surrounding, but what are they doing in my apartment? Every other time I kind of had instituted, I kind of said, okay, you can come in, or I know I'm low and have called for help. But this time, it was, I just really was fighting because I thought it was something like a home invasion. It wasn't. It was just the paramedics. They're trying to help. So always be aware and try to have plans. First of all, if you're experiencing a severe low, you have to react, or you have to allow things to happen. I know it's kind of easy to lie here and say, okay, let things happen. But you have to relax. It's like a whole new world. You're coming back into reality from having low blood sugar, and they're giving you sugar. All of a sudden, you have the energy, and there was another time when I had my service dog that I was in a grocery store. And I guess I'd just been rolling around the grocery store trying to find what I needed. And I was still awake. And I just couldn't. I think I had to go for cat litter or something. And I passed out. They called an ambulance, or paramedics. And I guess that's the one time my medical alert actually saved lives for me. And my dog was responding like crazy. And they called. And they got, they knew my name at least. And I remember I had, out of my power chair, I had to stand up. And it was terrible. But again, the whole thing was just leave me alone, let me sleep. I want to sleep. That's all I wanted to do was sleep. So, paramedics and that understand this, but it still doesn't make it any better. I don't kind of go around bragging saying, oh yeah, I hit a paramedic. Why should we have to worry about this? Again, you have to do your most to make sure you don't get into that situation. Sometimes it's something that you couldn't really do, but things that you should do is one, don't go to sleep unless you have a normal blood sugar. If it's trending down, maybe have another starch with your meal or your snack. Two, make sure you've had your meals throughout the day. Don't give insulin before you go to bed. Unless you're super high, and that can cause problems as well. If you've had a severe low, as I was starting to say before, contact your endocrinologist and find out reasons for it. Lows can happen anytime, but nighttime lows are more dangerous for a person. A diabetic is not aware of this when you're asleep. Now, my new pump, wherever it is, down here, just one sec here. This little pump has something called Smart Guard, and it will shut off for 2 hours. It won't give me my basal insulin, but it will start to give me insulin again. That hopefully will allow my body to build its sugar restore, glucagon from the liver, and will help blood sugars from doing a nosedive. Sometimes you will have a nosedive, and if that's the case, you need to contact your endo or your diabetes management team and come up with a reason why this is happening. Remember, severe lows aren't a sign that you're doing your diabetes management better. You need to be more alert with it. It's as simple as that. But you've got to find out how to stop them. And with that, we're going to call it a night or day. Have a great day. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.